So we have some new Goblin Biker support, and one of them is for sure getting a name change, so make sure you check out this video. Hey everyone, this is Max and Maxi TCG. Thanks for joining me in another video. So we have a Yu-Gi-Oh! Organization article we're going over. Again, the video will be in the description, and we'll also have it linked in the cards if you want to check it out. So we have a interesting article around Goblin Bikers and some new support they're getting. It's going to be Dare to be Stupid with Goblin Bikers, and it's going to be from Rage of the Abyss. So we're getting a lot of Rage of the Abyss announcements, so it'll be cool to go over these. So let's see, 3 cards total, so let's check them out and see how good they are. So the first card we have is Badass Goblin Bikers. That's definitely going to get a name change. Level 6 Dark Fiend Effect Monster. Attack 2400, Defense 0. You can only use the second and third effect of this card's name once per turn. 1. If you control no monsters or all monsters you control are goblin monsters, you can normal summon this card without tributing. 2. If this card is normal or special summoned, you can special summon 1 level 4 or lower goblin monster from your deck. 3. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can target 1 card on the field, attach it to your Goblin XYZ monster as material. Hey everyone, this is Editing Max. If you're enjoying the content, hit that thumbs up button, give the video a like, and leave a comment if you have any discussions you want to start, and consider subscribing to the channel if you want to see more of this type of content. Everyone, thanks again for watching, and I hope you enjoy, and we'll get back into it. Alright, so this seems like a very solid card, a good starter for the deck, which I don't think the deck really had any 1-card starters exactly before. I think it needed 2-card plays. So I think the nice thing with this that I'm thinking is you try to get the Babonga, and what you can do is you can use this, just normal summon it, get out the one that searches the spell, and that one will then search the continuous spell that can change levels, making this 3, and then this gets the Babonga guy. Babonga gets one of the goblins that can detach, so that'll give you the interruption from Babonga detaching and its effect, and then you'll also trigger this effect when it goes to the grave to also attach. So you technically get 2 interruptions off that, and maybe this helps the deck, because I think the big weakness that the deck had was its inability to play through Nibiru, besides making the Gossip Shadow guy, the level 3, well I guess rank 3 exceed, but then you're committing a lot into the board. So I think there's one issue that the deck had, so maybe this kind of helps with that. 2 interruptions, off just 1 card, which can be pretty good, plus the other cards you have, so you can either really combo heavy off, or maybe play really, more hand traps. But I think the deck plays a lot of extenders, so I don't know if it would, be able to do that, and how much the deck building might change, since I kind of only know what the cards from reading them, not in-depthly from playing them. So overall, very good starter. I've seen some people say that this is like a 1 of or a 2 of. I feel like this seems like a 3 of. I feel like a 1-card starter is pretty good. And even if you want to combo off of multiple cards, you'll probably play into Nib unless you go up into the Gossip Shadow first. But I do think this seems like a pretty solid card. Also, Dark Fiend support. So maybe this could work with the XYZ Caesar for the DDD deck. Being a Fiend level 6, you can do something with that, and maybe some other cards or other things. So maybe that could be interesting as well to combine this with other decks and get another level 6 Fiend onto the field. Alright, so next we have Goblin Biker Grand Imprisonment. Quick play spell. You can only use the first and second effect of this card's name each once per turn. 1. Tribute 1 monster for cost. Special summon 1 goblin monster from your deck, but it cannot attack this turn. 2. When a monster declares an attack, you can banish this card from your graveyard, detach any number of materials from your Goblin XYZ monster. All face-up monsters your opponent currently controls lose 1000 attack for each detached material until the end of this turn. So this also seems like a very good card, a few different reasons. The first that's coming to mind is 1, just tributing a monster for cost is a great way to dodge targeting effect negation, because you're sending the monster as just the activation requirement for the card. So even if they try to stop this or something, you already got rid of it. So that's really good. And you get to special summon a goblin from your deck, being able to get the first guy we talked about, or the Spell Searcher Goblin. Yeah, Spell Searcher Goblin card, or any other card you're kind of looking to use. So I think that's pretty cool. And I think, you can do quite a bit with this. The other thing that you can do is the fact that it has that kind of graveyard effect. It's not what it's going to be used for, but what's nice about it is that it's just a little bonus effect that's going to make it harder for your opponent to attack over your monsters. So being able to do 1,000, 2,000 difference could help you survive a turn. Again, not a super big deal. And if this was the only thing it did, it wouldn't be a good card. But as an extra bonus, I think that's helpful. The kind of other reason why I really like this is I think it makes the Spell Searching Goblin off normal or special summon a 1-card combo. because you could search this, tribute the Spell Searcher Goblin, and then get out the one that summons from grave. And then again, you can go into Babonga, get your set up, and you'll have the Babonga discard set up, and then you also have a way to protect Babonga. I like the other interaction better as a 1-card combo, just because that gives you 2 interruptions. This one is like a very soft interruption, in just the sense you can't be attacked over. So I don't think that's really enough, but it is ways to get to Babonga, which is your main player, other rank 3s. So I do think this seems really good, and the only downside is that you can't attack, with that monster this turn. But again, that's really not the biggest deal, but it is nice that they do this so that way you can't just like tribute, summon out, do a lot of damage or something. So I think that, could make sense as a restriction, but again, makes the card really good. I think this is probably a 3 of in the deck, just because it's a pretty much quick play E-Tele that lets you dodge targeting negation, which is really good. All right, for the last card, we have Goblin Biker Grand Crisis, continuous trap card. You can only use one of the first and second effect of this card's name per turn, and only that turn. 1. You can target one goblin monster you control and one monster your opponent controls, or one goblin monster in your graveyard and one monster in your opponent's graveyard, banish both. 2. You can send this face-up card from your spawn trap zone to the graveyard, then target 5 of your banished goblin monsters with different names and special summon them. So this card I feel like seems a little mediocre. It's a trap card, so again it's slow. They can search it, so that's something you can think about. It is nice that you get interesting kind of diverse sense of banishment. You can target a goblin monster in your field and one monster your opponent controls, banish them, or one monster in your grave and one your opponent controls, banish them. But because you have to use your own resources, it's a continuous spell, so it could be destroyed to stop it from working. I feel like it's a little bit going to be slow because it doesn't do anything. They already have a really solid trap card, so I don't know if they would run that over this card. And I think the ability to send this to the grave to get target 5 of your banished goblin monsters and bring them back, this seems super kind of win more at that point. So I feel like at this point, it's going to have to be on the field for 5 turns if you're just banishing off this card before you can bring all those cards back. So like in that sense, yeah, you're going to win, but like you were probably going to win even if you didn't do that at that point. If you grinded out, that much in the situation, and this card is just constantly removing cards from your opponent's field or grave. So I think this is probably a win more. Maybe it'll be played, but again, usually you don't want to play more than 1 search trap, maybe 2 at the most. So maybe this sees some play, but I think with the other one, I think being better than this one from what I remember, I don't see that being the case. Hey everyone, this is Editing Max. If you're enjoying the content and you want to support the channel, you can check out the TCG affiliate link in the description below. It supports the channel and costs you nothing, and you'll just be doing the same thing you normally do when you buy cards from TCG Player. If you're new to buying cards from TCG Player, check out my website. I have a section on it that helps out new people, kind of explaining some of the aspects of TCG Player, so that way you can get the most out of your money and you don't fall into some of these weird things that some people do to push up the price of cards. If you want to become a patron on the channel, check out my Patreon. It's another way you can help support the channel. We have different perks you can check out, like a lot of archetype proxies you see on the screen. Every week, I put a new one out that everyone on the channel can vote on YouTube, and then these go to Patreon for you to print out. You can also join for early access. Some videos will be 1-day early access, others that are in a longer series could be weeks out in advance, and you can get the entire thing at once, while everyone on YouTube has to wait week by week for all the videos to come out. You can also join for an exclusive Yu-Gi-Oh! Reaction series where I watch through the Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime. We have discussions in the comments and watch through it together as well. Plus, there are other perks coming out in the future. Everyone, thanks again for watching the content. Alright everyone, that's it for the Goblin Biker support. I'm definitely curious to see what you guys think. Do you think that Monster Searcher is a 3 of starter? Do you think it's just like a 1 of extender to bring out? What do you guys think of the quick play spell? Is this card something that you're going to play at 3? I feel like it's got to be, but if you have any different thoughts, let me know. And then what do you think of the trap card? Do you think this sees some play with the other trap support they already got? Do you think this is good enough? Or do you think it feels a little bit more win more like I'm thinking and it's probably not going to see as much play? Definitely look forward to hearing from you guys and seeing what you think. And I look forward to seeing you all in the next video.